Greetings everyone, this is Trending Brief. Welcome back to my ever-growing channel. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe and leave a comment at the end of the video to let me know where in the world you're commenting from. So this is Friday in Cambridge. Usually, as you don't know, Fridays I tend to do a little bit of shopping, and maybe we'll just see if there's anything new that comes around. Might have a little bit of a conversation over a bit of a coffee for maybe 10 minutes. Yeah, it's a lovely day. Plenty of tourists in Cambridge. Honestly, they're coming in by the boats for most of these tourists, but you know what, it's kind of nice to see a little bit of the busyness on the roads. But it's certainly a sight to behold when it's been such a quiet, 6-7 months in Cambridge. Anyone that knows, pretty much from about probably July time to probably September, that's when you see loads of tourists, and that's absolutely fine as well. But it certainly keeps it busier. But again, people come to either learn English or do some short course in Cambridge. Regardless on all the Expedia and how quickly social media is growing, there are still specific things around the world people still cherish and value, from like either a job prospect or even just in terms of international recognition of qualifications. Saying you study in Cambridge, you usually should take you kind of far depending on what realm of endeavour and career you take. But we'll speak soon. Right, so we are in Co-op on Mill Road. I need some cranberry sauce. I think it should be here, if it is. I mean, I would have thought so anyway. It's going to be probably one of those things which I probably need, and I bet the one thing I need, probably no shop's going to sell it, unless I'm happy to be proved wrong, of course. And we are back. But it was a bit of a shorter trip. I found one cranberry sauce, but there was a mixed one, so it wasn't really a pure cranberry sauce. I'll probably pop to maybe a couple of shops just to see somewhere else on the way back home. But really, I think one thing I really want to just touch on, if anyone isn't aware, or maybe you currently are experiencing it in the next couple of months, you may or may not be graduating. There's a lot of people graduating in Cambridge from various universities. And of course, I think it's really important to just reflect. Really I think there's 3 key things now that you've graduated. And I think number one, just because you've graduated, it's really important not to get too egotistical and assume that you don't need to do any other courses or invest your time in other things, or sometimes money. Okay, yes, you've got a degree, fine, well done. But, at the end of the day, all you've kind of now shown is that you've been competent enough to show up or send in tasks when required. That's really the reality. Now, if you're someone that's looking for a long-term career, that's when really, if I was you, either make a LinkedIn account, or certainly it's when you need to start either networking online or just reach out to recruiting managers. That's part of number 1/2. But with number 2, go on, welcome to the jungle, LinkedIn. Depending on what kind of field you want to go in, whether it's in sort of technology, whether it's in, of course, the STEM or the sciences or business. Really, I think the sooner and faster you just connect with people on LinkedIn first, then just revise your CV. But really, get really friendly with recruiters or hiring managers of that company. That's going to really make you stand out for the rest of the competition, because especially in the UK, there's going to be lots of competition. But don't be afraid of simply trying something that perhaps you weren't comfortable doing before. But certainly do your research on the industry too. If it's an industry which you feel isn't going to be around, maybe because of AI, maybe take that into consideration. It's certainly worth just looking at the long term of those careers and your location. I think my biggest, I wouldn't say it's a regret, but maybe it's something I should have done myself. Yeah, so when I was at university, I was actually enlisted for 3 internships, but then they all got cancelled because of lockdown. It was actually quite difficult to find internships after, but certainly I would say, number 1, perhaps do an internship first, or if you can't, then certainly that's when the hiring managers can use LinkedIn to your advantage. But don't just post generic things on LinkedIn. Just make sure you're very specific what it is you're looking for, reach out to people what it is. Perhaps someone has a similar career to yourself. And again, just don't be afraid to try something a little bit different than what you had already planned. With the fast growing world that we are in today, you know, when it comes to technology, social economics, even global balances, there are going to be new careers that will be coming about. There will be some careers that may be dissolving in some restraint, you know, and that's really important just to at least understand and comprehend before. But then also, you know, and I think where most people go wrong, they think they've got a degree, therefore they can get any job. Well, okay, try and maybe get some experience or make your own experience, build your own portfolio if you can. If you want to go to maybe social media content creator marketing, start doing that right now. It's very simple. If you're someone who wants to go into the STEM or science, maybe just post something online about your curiosity within a specific STEM subject or industry that's currently growing or in conversation. So for within economics, if you're into the creativeness, of course, just think of it as like a creative extension of you, but within that subject. You can't always sell what you say by words, but they need to actually see it themselves, and that's so important. Number one thing I was always told, which certainly helped me in terms of previous career moves, don't tell but show. Okay, show what it is you're interested in, show how you conduct yourself when you communicate. Many people are good at typing. There's about probably 7 billion people that are great at typing on social media, online platforms, but can you articulate your own thoughts to words? That's really important. Doesn't mean you have to talk fast, but it just means you need to be able to at least learn how to communicate what's in your mind to someone else you're conversing a conversation with. And those are some of the really important things I wish someone really told me, but I had very crappy career advisors, and I really hope you guys, you know, just go and get everything that you want in this life, especially if you have graduated. Lose the egotistical side, okay? No, it's not going to get you anywhere. Just show that you are willing to learn, you accept feedback, and please just go and reach out and speak to the right people as quickly as you can, because unfortunately you're probably going to have about a 2-year frame window before that really closes on you. I really hope that's actually helped some of you that's watching this, and at least give you something to think about. I was hoping maybe there's a bit more I could film. There wasn't really that much of interest today, so please don't forget to subscribe. Please leave a comment on your thoughts and exactly where you're commenting from, where in the world, and don't forget to leave a like on this video. I shall see you all soon. Thank you very much. Peace. Models popping bottles.